indication of the date, the events, the availability of athletes. Even though there's no proposal, we have to contemplate whether or not it is something that we could make happen. But of course there are implications. Implications of the date, the events, the availability of athletes, the willingness of the coaches, but most importantly, the financial implications, which would mean assistance to the athletes in terms of fairness fee, and also how would the J3s benefit from such an event. No, we are still awaiting the information. We are aware of the fact that on some website there is a proposed list of events. I understand it's the 100, 200, 400, 4x1, 4x4 long jump and hurdles. I don't know where those ideas came from, whether it's your track and field or some other person. Suffice it to say that what we would do in the event of contact being made with us officially from US Track and Field, as I said before, would be to sit down and work about two aspects. Athletes availability begins there and ends there. How do we get a guarantee or an assurance that the top US athletes will be available? And how could we, in turn, give the US Track and Field the assurance that all our athletes will be available for those events? The calendar so far this year is already full. And therefore, we don't see any opening available for a new event in the months mentioned on the website, May and June. Therefore, we'd have to look at, is there an event ongoing where the possibility could exist of an initial USA-Jamaica rivalry in an event that is already on the calendar? We could look at that also. That's a possibility.
The current thought is to have this new event in 2009, but might it not be better to have it in 2010?
Yes, but you're missing a very important meet, the Jamaica Invitational. We consider that one of the top meets in the world, where we have successfully staged it for the past 5 years. And therefore, we would not do anything that would jeopardize the integrity or the legitimacy of the invitational meet. And that is why, when I heard that there was a month linking May, for example, with it, I instinctively raised my own antenna. Put it this way, we in the J3s would have to meet and look at it, but I believe that it was something that we could contemplate in terms of how could we amalgamate, how could we embrace, how could we extend our invitation meet.
It sounds like you like the idea in concept.
Well, I don't mind rivalry because let's face it, track and field is all about rivalry, it's about competition. And if we stand to gain, if our athletes will benefit from it, financially and otherwise, our job is to facilitate these things. So clearly, there will be no basis on which we could say no to an idea that may be of great importance to our program here in Jamaica.
This proposal evolves out of Jamaica's great performance last year in Beijing.
I think it's a combination of our doing well as a small nation, as well as the US not doing so well. And my suspicion is, and it's one suspicion, that there's a point of convergence. Our doing well and they're not doing too well.
Go! One off the turn!
When I first heard about it, I thought it was a joke, you know, because I remember while I was back in the States going to school there, you know, as a Jamaican and worldwide, we were allowed to run in the United States trials. And I realized that they saw us gaining. We started to compete well and even better than the American. And they cut it out. First they cut out the men and said only the women can run. And I think the next 2 years they cut out the women. So it's a surprise to me now to see that because of what happened in Beijing, that the US want to have a dual meet with Jamaica versus, I don't know what they expect to gain. Because they're never going to believe that we're better than them on the track. So I don't know what they expect to accomplish. I even go ahead and I saw Gatlin name in the newspaper about, I don't know, I guess I don't understand that if Gatlin was going to run against this, you know, and I just couldn't understand it. I don't believe in it. I don't believe in it. I don't know if it's a money thing if it's something that's going to benefit us as Jamaican, plus the association, plus the athletes, well, we really don't have nothing to lose, But if they're going to stipulate who they want to run or whatever, then I don't know what the professional athletes would want to do, because that will come in with their agent and them. But for me personally, knowing that they asked for it, I would have to investigate more and do more research and to find out what's the reason why they want to put a dual meet between us and them. When you're on top and you know that you're the best, you'll go anywhere to compete. It's not no if and but. You realize they want us now. We don't need them. So if they want us, I guess they're gonna come good. And I don't know what would they send out there to make it very interesting. If it's in the sprint, they really don't have nothing to really challenge us right now, men and women. So I really don't have any problem with it. No, knowing what I know now, but it's not up to us.
Well, Hubert, I really don't think that we should satisfy the USA by giving them a dual meet. Remember, last year was a huge year for us, the Olympic Games, and this year's another big year for us. It's the World Championship. The question I'm asking is, why would the USA want a dual match? Ego hurt? What is it? And I think that's exactly what it is. They're hurt right now because we dominated in the Olympics last year. I don't think we should give them the satisfaction of giving them a dual meet in anything, whether it's relay, 100 meter, 200 meters, anything at all. I don't think we should. It'll be a good promotion, but I think it's because the USA got bruised last year and they want to prove a point that they'd still dominate in track and field, that they're the dominant factor in the sprints. And we were the dominant factor in the sprints, the Jamaicans were. And I don't think we should give them that satisfaction at all, even though maybe as far as money is concerned, we may benefit, the athletes can benefit from that. But I think, do it during the World Championship would be a good time to see who really dominates again. So this is another big year for Jamaica and the USA to see who's dominant. I think the USA will want another rematch or want a matchup between the Jamaicans and the USA, because I think we're going to be dominant again this summer. I don't think it's going to be that different from what happened last summer. And I'm sure you don't think that it's going to be such a drastic difference with the results that we had, especially in the sprints. That's where we're dominant. That is going to change that drastically unless we have some major injuries. So 2010 would be a good year to match up when we beat the USA once more. It's not a bad idea, but not right now. I think they want to possibly maybe get a win or get an edge over us going into the World Championship, and I don't think we should give them that satisfaction. They will want this. If they want the same matchup next year, go right ahead. If Jamaica is going to benefit, the athletes are going to benefit, then I say go ahead.
Well, I have no reaction. I don't really have any capacity with either Jamaica or the USA, so it's not a thing that I have any great concern about. As far as I know, I know nothing about it actually, apart from people coming to me and telling me that they hear that Jamaica is supposed to run against the USA. Well, I'm sure that it if properly done, it will do a lot to build athletics in the United States. The United States being the richest market in the world, building it in the United States would of course mean a lot to the top athletes in the world in terms of their potential to earn. So I'm sure that if it can be done properly, if such a thing can be done properly, then I'm sure it will in the medium and long term be of a lot of benefit to the athletes who I coach and other athletes in the sport.
I'm glad you finished.
I don't think it matters one way or the other. I think it's just a matter of whether you can get the athletes who they want to sign up. The athletes, I think, will sign up no matter whether, no matter if they're the World Championships or an Olympics, as long as the proper motivators are there. You know,
Right deal.
the right deals. You know, and because our athletes are going to run against Tyson Gay many times, and against the U.S. women, against the Lashawn Merritt. So it's just a matter of which venues do you prefer, and you know, and I think that meet has to be done in the context of all of that, especially on the Jamaican side. As far as I know, not many of the athletes are supported.
Coach, let's talk about Usain